Welcome to the video. We are looking at Opendoor Technologies, got the daily time frame up. I just want to point out at the start of this video, it is going to take about 10 minutes to do this video at least. So strap in, make yourself a drink, and no skipping, okay, because every bit that I cover in here is going to be really, really important. So I just want to point out the high of this move was $39. This is the all-time high for Opendoor Technologies. And we came back down into this 78886 region. So I have done that pull from, if I just make this a little bit bigger so you can see, I've done that pull from the high down to this low. And that has given us this 78 and 886 a region. Now we're going to measure what we received as a bounce off of those levels right now. So you can see the significance of this. So we come down into that 886, for example, that was a 39% bounce. When we come into that 786 before it, which I just missed, that was also 40%. When we bounce off of the retest of that 886, we get a 87% bounce to the upside. Okay, so I want you to hold that thought for now, because I'm going to be using that same 786, 886 in the current price action on this stock. So we're going to move forward now, and here we are. You can see I've already put it on screen. So that is taking a pull from the high of this move down to the low in June. Okay, and this has given us a 786 at $2.74. We also have, as you can see, I've got it here, single prints. So we're going to go into the TPO chart right now. I'm going to skip down to the 1 hour and I'm going to show you where they are. So you can see these purple lines. These indicate basically where an auction took place, buyers and sellers, and the price moved up in quick succession in this case, and the auction was incomplete at those levels. So we have one at 270, we have this one at 388. So that can sometimes, or most of the time, signify that price at some point or another will gravitate back to basically take care of those inefficiencies at that level. So we do have that as a confluence in the chart. So we're going to jump back now to regular chart type. Now what I'm trying to build here is a case so that you can see all the pieces of evidence coming together to support the idea and the theory behind the move down. Now even when we look at this move to the upside like this, we've come back in, we've put in this low, we've come back up for the retest, but here we have rejected and we've come in to the current price down at 690s. So the question is this is the high? Is this now a lower high? And therefore, are we waiting to put in a lower low and then come up for another lower high and start to get that staircase down into this region? So now I just want to show you another thing, because this is the fixed range volume profile. I'm sure you're familiar with it. And down here, the amber line here is the point of control. Again, this aligns perfectly with our single prints. It aligns perfectly with this 786. We have a few confluences down here. This amber line that you see here going up, this is the anchored VWAP. That's a pull again from this low. So yeah, I'm not disputing that we couldn't come down and we will get a bounce off of that anchored VWAP, for example, because that's obviously going to move up slowly along with the price action. Also down here, we do have a monthly level, again untapped. We've got this monthly level here at $4.12. Again, that's sitting here down with these single prints. So we do have a monthly down there. And we also, I've only got one of those turned on, so I'm going to turn the other one on. There it is. Okay. So we do have the single prints down here, as well as the monthly level. I just actually noticed that there was actually one more, and that's even better. It just makes it even stronger, because we've actually got one here, which is exactly just in line with everything else. So this just further adds, to the case. So there we go. So you can see here now we're really building up a strong argument for price to basically start doing exactly the classic kind of staircase down like this, and come in, fill those single prints, tap into that 786, tap into that point of control before getting that move out of there. So yeah, that's how it looks to me when I look at this. And what further gives me more confidence when I kind of look at the current price, if we just go back and look at the past again, and we're going to change this in a second, this chart type to a line graph. I'm just going to make this 4 hour. Okay, when we came down into this drop here specifically, we were at $25 and we came very quickly into that kind of $13. And we're going to measure now, not just in time, but also in date. So from that high down into this level, that took us down 47% over 35 days. Okay, so if we emulate that same behavior this time around, okay, we are going to take a sample of this using the bars pattern. We take a sample like this, okay, and we're going to drag that with us to the current price action. Okay, we take this over here. Okay, make everything a little bit normal looking again. Bring this down, and we can see kind of using this piece of price action, how it really does fit the profile. I'm just going to make it a little bit brighter. There we go. So you can see how this kind of behavior in price, yeah, looks, looks like very likely to play out again, this same kind of style, because if we'd done anything like this is where we would come in and tap into that anchored VWAP, get the bounce back up into this value area high, for example, before getting that leg down. And again, when we're sitting up here, we are actually currently, we're 60% away from those targets. I'll take that away now because it does look a little cluttered. So we are still 60% away from those targets. And like I said, we said how many days? That was like 35 days. So also when we look here, we can see we have on the 6th of November, we have an event, we have earnings report. So who knows what the outcome of that report is? But if we were to use that report and say, let's pretend that's a really bearish report, for example, that could be the catalyst for us getting that move down into that 786. So yeah, the profile fits, the upcoming news and the fundamentals may fit, and they may give us that catalyst to move into this region. So it's not all necessarily doom and gloom for this particular stock, because of course, when you just zoom out and see where this stock has previously been and where it is, I mean, there's a long way to go to get up to these levels, but even so, you still want to be accumulating in the best places. So I highly recommend sitting on your hands, setting some alerts from down here, because I think this will be a really key zone to load up on Opendoor Technologies. Just to finish off the video, because that concludes everything that I want to say about this particular stock, I just want to bring your attention to an article that I saw, and I'm going to jump that onto the screen now. So there it is. It was basically how this person has, basically said it was an easy short, and they come to this level. It says his first trade in the stock by shorting at $9.36, and that was on the 16th of September, so literally 1 month ago. So when I saw that, I thought, why $9.36? So I'm just going to show you one thing just to round off this video. When we take our pull from this low, okay, up to that high, there we go. That is why this person shorted at 9.36, because they most likely saw exactly what I'm saying in this video, which is, this was the high, we've come down, and now we've come up into this level, which was a great region to basically, take a short, have a invalidation above that high, and get that drop. So I, would potentially think that we could come back up into this sort of like value area high here, about $8. We don't have to, but it's possible, just to do something like that before then getting that next leg something of that nature. But like I say, definitely it looked like the staircase down. So set some alerts, have your targets ready, because this is definitely going to be the buy zone. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and support my work. I very much appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Safe trading, and bye for now.